Hello, I'm Eleni and my Bookstagram is book.lover14.
And I'm Anna Maria, and my Bookstagram is AMirrorofInk&Madness.
The reason we're bragging about our Bookstagram accounts is that today's video will be about Bookstagram tips and tricks for a successful Bookstagram account.
And since we are by no means the best Bookstagrammers around, Eleni here decided to take an extra step forward, and she asked 20 of the best Bookstagrammers for their advice. So stay tuned, we're going to read you their advice in the end of the video.
This has been a highly requested video over at my account that I have been trying to film for so long with various degrees of failure, like footage we could not edit or, lost keys to our usual filming location, and that's why we're outside right now. So, yeah. At some point, I also decided to ambush poor Anna here to help me with the video because there was no way this was going to happen. Hey Anna!
Oh, hi Lindilla.
Hey Anna!
What's up?
Oh, we're shooting a video.
We're doing what?
Oh, yeah, alright. Remember that video that I told you about like 2 months ago? Yeah,
No.
we're filming it, like right now. So come over.
We are.
Yeah!
Okay, I guess I'm coming over.
Okay, wear something cute.
Okay, ta-ta.
Okay, bye. See you in a sec.
And as you can see, here I am standing in front of a wall and filming with her. So without further ado, let's proceed to the main part of the video.
Part 1, starting off. So you want to start your own account all about books and fandoms. The first thing you will have to think about is a username.
Pick something good because you aren't going to be changing the username much if you want to stay memorable, of course.
So just be creative. Maybe use a choice word among the Bookstagram community like book or read or page and combine it with something that is special and unique to you, like a variation of your name or your favorite digits.
Don't pick something generic or too long.
No, these are not good examples. But if you already have a blog or a YouTube channel, do use your username so that you can self-promote your other accounts.
And not cause confusion.
Exactly.
Set your account to public, pick a nice profile pic, and you're ready for your first post.
Part 2, the basics.
So let's talk about some frequently asked questions. How many times a day should I post? That depends on you and how much free time you have in your hands. 3 to 5 posts a day is ideal, but at least try to post once a day because Instagram is all about being active.
When should I post? Again, that totally depends on where you and the majority of your audience live. Use trial and error to see when you get the most interaction, and maybe stick to posting once every morning, noon, and afternoon. You really want to have your own posting schedule because once your account starts growing, then people will know when to expect your posts, and that way you will get more interaction and engagement.
What should I write in the caption? Be creative, anything is game. From your thoughts, how you spend your day, to a quote or question that will also bring you loads of comments.
What about the hashtags? Hashtags are key. Make sure to do some research and find out what the most popular ones are amongst the Bookstagram community, like Bookstagram or Book Lover or Books. I don't know. You can keep them in your cell phone's notes so that you can copy paste them every time you need them. Make sure not to use too many hashtags because they're not aesthetically pleasing at all. And you could also use the hashtags from some featuring accounts and maybe you will see a photo of yours get featured.
Part 3, the community. You'll be surprised at how big the Bookstagram community is. There are so many awesome accounts to discover, and Bookstagram is all about interaction.
You can easily make friends. Everyone amongst the Bookstagram community is very kind and supporting and encouraging. And you can also participate in tags and monthly challenges. That way you get inspiration for posting some photos every day. You also get interaction because people will discover your account through the hashtag. And I'm also hosting a monthly book challenge for June, so be sure to check that out. Part 4, photography. We are not professional photographers by any stretch of imagination, but we will try and give you all the tips we have.
First and foremost, natural light is your best friend. Go near a window. Really natural. Go near a window during the day, but make sure the sun doesn't shine directly through it because it might cause some glare you don't want to handle.
No. Choose any background you want, but if nothing works, then go with white sheets because they work like a charm.
It goes without saying that you should use the best possible camera you can, but if you can't, your phone will work.
Experiment with editing your photos and be sure to stick to the same filters because that will make your feed look more consistent even if you don't opt for a theme.
And take many shots. There is nothing worse, literally, than spending half an hour to set up the perfect flat lay and only take 2 pictures and the one is blurry and the other one is completely the wrong angle. So don't do that. Take many shots.
Part 5, how to actually gain some followers. Post good pictures, interact with your followers, comment, like, and follow accounts that you genuinely like.
Be polite to everyone, spend time in your captions, organize your feed, and adhere to your own ideas about what looks beautiful in Instagram and what doesn't.
Maybe participate in the occasional shout out session, but that's just it. Literally, no one appreciates follow for follow comments and the like. They're just annoying and rude. So don't do that.
Part 6, what not to do. Please don't abuse Instagram. Instagram will block you if you like too many pictures or follow or unfollow too many people in a very short period of time.
Don't spam people or pressure them into following you. And after all, follow for follow people don't care about you or your account and they just see you as a number. So always be polite. Like, always be polite.
Like, always be polite. And now moving on to the second exciting part of the video. If you have any more questions, feel completely free to ask them in the comments. We'll be happy to answer them.
Before we read you what all those amazing Bookstagrammers have to say, we first want to say a huge thank you for their contribution. I literally wouldn't expect that they would reply to my messages, but they were so kind as to reply and give me their ultimate tip. So without further ado, let's just jump into the second part of this video.
So, Logan from the Book Elves says, I think my biggest piece of advice is to be as open with other Bookstagrammers as you can. It's such a welcoming community full of bookworms just like you, and everyone is always happy to talk about books. I have made so many friends on Bookstagram and I am constantly making more. I'd also say practice is key. Try different things, places, themes, until you find one that you really love and go with it. Posting at least once a day shows activity and dedication as well, though I found the magic number is 3 to 4 times a day. Any less, you miss certain time zones checking in, any more, you're getting annoyed and spamming people's feeds. Plus, that's a ton of photos to take.
My very good friend Niels over at Welt says, only take pics when you feel creative, because if you take pics when you have no creativity, you cannot create a nice looking photo. And I totally agree, and sorry for butchering your name.
Alexandra from Twirling Pages says, participate in tags and challenges. It's a great way to find other Bookstagrammers and also for others to find you.
Mia over at Cozy Read says, make sure you use hashtags. You can hide them in a comment so they don't look ugly in your captions. Upload every day. Try to take good quality photos. Good natural lighting is everything. So if you find a certain spot in your house that has good lighting at a certain time of the day, try to take lots of photos then. And make sure you like and comment on other people's photos. Being a nice member of the community will make more people to follow you. Genuine people may become real friends, so stay true to yourself and don't worry about follow for follows.
Lisa from Lisa Lost in Leeds says, be active, get to know others, comment and post, and respond to comments on your own photos. The community is amazing, so just be a part of it. It's not about how many followers you have. If you're posting and meeting amazing people, then you're a successful bookstagrammer in my opinion.
Farah over at Foction1996, probably butchered that name too, says, be patient, truest words ever spoken.
Jackson from the Book Talk says, don't worry about the theme, post what you want when you want to. I've gotten by with no theme whatsoever, and in the scheme of things, it's pretty and all the pictures begin to run together. And don't worry about the likes or followers. If you worry about those, you won't have fun on your account, you'll just want to gain.
Nikki over at Alice in Wonder Bookland says, just enjoy what you're doing and do not dwell too much on the follower count. I pride myself in never asking people for shoutouts or things like that, although I have nothing against it, and just focus on making my account nicer, like finding ways to make it more interesting for my friends and followers, posting regularly without feeling pressure. I just enjoy doing this bookstagramming thing, and that's probably the best piece of advice anyone could give.
Kim over at Howling Pages says, do whatever you like. Do not try to copy another account or let yourself get bullied or discouraged if you don't get that many likes or followers in the beginning. This community is about fun and expressing yourself, and if you stay true to what you like and spread as much love as you receive, you will have a good time and everything else finds you. Also, don't beg or spam for shoutouts. That's just annoying.
Sophia over at Book Dream says, take photos if possible, not with a handy but with a camera. It doesn't have to be a professional camera, but the quality is just so much better in my opinion. And the photos should be bright and clear. I think if you try to take photos like this, it won't be that hard to get new followers.
Jill from Book Nerd Reads says, interact, compliment on people's accounts, start a conversation, and just meet some new people because it'll tie you to the community a little bit more. And people are not numbers. Please don't define yourself by your followers and just be proud of your photography. Well, mouth doesn't work.
Maya over at Books Enchanted says, try to set up your photos in your own unique way that reflects your personality. Don't try to make your account like others because that just makes it bland and generic, and you'll enjoy yourself more if you do your own thing.
Charlotte over at Books and Teacups says, you should photograph using natural light. That will give your photos a natural look and it really helps by making a gorgeous photo. It's also really helpful to use a simple background. I, for example, always use white tables, walls, bed seats. I think that less equals more.
Fiddly over at Read Sleep Fangirl says, you should be happy with your account. When it comes to a point where you are too stressed about what you want to post, always remember that you are posting for you and not someone else. You don't have to have a theme and you don't have to be consistent with what you post. Really, all you need for your photos is good lighting and maybe a good enhancing filter.
Alison over at Crime of Rhyme says, I think what's most important is to remember that you do you, the same way everyone else has a right to be them and post whatever they want. Express yourself the best way you know how that feels most you. It's alright to draw inspiration from other accounts and find your own style from there, but it should always express and reflect yourself, and that's what people love seeing the most. At the same time, others have a right to draw inspiration from your account, which is actually the highest form of flatter, so, or do something completely different, and that's cool too.
Bookster Fine says, don't get distracted by the follower count and get to know them. The best thing you can do is talk to your followers and make friends. Go about your bookstagram with the idea to meet people and share the love, and you can't go wrong. And use daylight. Everything looks better in natural light.
Ikari over at Folded Pages Distillery, sorry for butchering your name, says, use the library. Bookstagram is not about owning lots of books. Over half of the books I photograph are from the library. I only buy books that I really love. Libraries are a great way to read books without spending money. Just because your personal bookshelf isn't packed with books doesn't mean you can't get your hands on plenty books to photograph and share. That's also very good advice, actually very good advice.
I know, right? Michelle over at Madame Reads a Lot says, there are so many ways to lead a bookstagram and be successful with it. From minimal to chaotic to mixed accounts, I think the most important thing is to first post things you like. Then what is also important is a consistent choice of filter. You can of course choose another anytime if you want, but overall it looks better if you keep to your tone. I'm always using the add-in filter in different opacity, for example. Also, apps like Photoshop are very handy if you want to improve your overall look of your pictures. Good lighting is not always possible in my dark flat, so this is at least a little help to improve brightness. And getting in touch with others and be present on many social media also helps. Actually, it's quite a bit of work and needs patience to get popular, but as long as it is fun, you're good.
And Taneka over at Flipping Through Pages says, I would have to say my tip would be to interact with your followers. After all, they're the people who decided to hit that follow button, and the least you can do is comment back, reply to messages when you can, and also comment on other accounts. I have found people really appreciate it.
And finally, Lauren over at Bookworm Boutique says, I don't really know what kind of advice to give because my account has mostly reposts and edits, but the best advice I have for Bookstagram is to find a style or theme that you love and that you love to spend time creating and rock that. I think it's nice to be able to see all your hours editing and taking photos all laid out on the Instagram app. Most of all, if it doesn't make you happy, don't do it. Mix it up and try something new, enjoy yourself, and don't let posting become a chore. So that was it for our second part of the video. We will leave all the links in the description, so please be sure to check out every single account because they totally deserve every single follower they have. Check them out, they're amazing, all of them. Links will be in the description and our links will be in the description as well. So
Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more, please subscribe.
thanks for watching.
Bye!